How we'd spec it, 2025 Lamborghini Temerario in an array of colors. The Temerario joins Lamborghini's lineup as the successor to the famed Huracan, so we played around with the configurator to spec our own. It's always an exciting time when Italian automakers such as Lamborghini announce a new supercar, especially when they quickly follow the reveal with a new configurator. While we're all bummed about the loss of the Huracan's vaunted naturally aspirated V10, the new 2025 Temerario's hybrid twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8, which has a 10,000 rpm redline and makes a combined 907 horsepower, is sure to offer plenty of excitement. Our lunchtime discussion of whose preferred spec was best veered into TED Talk territory, so we decided to put pen to paper to share our thoughts. Unfortunately, Lamborghini hasn't yet revealed pricing, but we expect the Temerario to start around $300,000 and reach well beyond that with options. Caleb Miller's Viola Pacifi Temerario. Despite getting an up-close look at the Temerario during its debut at the Quail, I came away underwhelmed by the styling of the Huracan's successor. But after messing around with the configurator, I found a look for the Lambo I can get on board with. I decided to avoid the stereotype of the flashy Lamborghini and started with the subtle but sensual Viola Pacifi paint, pairing it with silver wheels in a classic hexagonal Lamborghini design. I matched the brake calipers to the paint job and had essentially all of the exterior trim coated in a glossy black, eschewing the typical carbon fiber supercar look. Inside, I continued the more looks approach by choosing the Classica trim package with blue Delphinus as the main color, contrasted by a Terraquedros deep brown and Bianco Lita stitching. I checked the box for the comfort seats, which still have plenty of bolstering, and added fully electric, heated, and ventilated seats. I can't believe this is still an option on a car with this starting price. The leather pack covered most of the cabin in supple cowhide, while the ambient light RGB pack will let me match the interior lighting to my purple exterior. I threw in the surround assistance pack to get blind spot detection and rear cross traffic alert, as well as the parking pack to get a suite of sensors and a bird's eye 3D camera view to avoid any parking lot dings. The vision pack added a built-in dashcam and the memories recorder, which lets you use the camera to record videos to rewatch later. The pack also includes augmented reality navigation and the telemetry 2.0 system for when I take the Temerario to the track. Caleb Miller. Carter Fry's Rosso Anteros Temerario. The internet is right, the Temerario looks like it came straight out of Grand Theft Auto V. Which, in my eyes, is not a knock on Lamborghini's design but a compliment to the company's success at once again building a supercar that looks out of place in reality. The Miura, the Countach, the Murcielago, and the Aventador all looked otherworldly. No one can say for sure if the Temerario will sit next to those revolutionary designs in the Automotive Hall of Fame, but the successor to the Huracan seems to have evoked a feeling of disbelief. I began this build scrolling through the plethora of available colors and wondered how much I'd want to stand out in traffic. No hot pink option? Shame. I opted to keep the vibe subtle yet eye-catching, which is where Rosso Anteros came in. It's almost a terracotta shade of red and joins the trend of earthy tones available on many new trucks and SUVs. See the 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe's terracotta orange. I paired that with the Velador forged matte bronze wheels, painted the brake calipers Nero Lucido, black, and added the matte carbon wheel caps. The configurator gives you many opportunities to add contrasting features like a black roof, and I took full advantage of that. Although you can't see it, I also painted the rear bumper central area in glossy black, the exhaust tips and rear Lamborghini scripture in matte black, and swapped the painted rear diffuser for one made of shiny carbon fiber. Inside, I stayed true to my preference for dark interiors and selected the unicolor with contrast stitching and piping option and designated said stitching and piping to be Rosso Alala. I also removed the pre-selected carbon fiber bits and replaced them with Corsa Tex, kept the passenger display, and added the ambient RGB lighting pack and Sonus Faber sound system. Still, Caleb's Lambo is better. Carter Fry. Eric Stafford's Giallo Og Temerario. I'm still not sure how I feel about the name of Lamborghini's newest model. Temerario sounds like an evil character from a Super Mario video game, but I guess it's a good thing that Wario was taken. I'm also not psyched that the Huracan's successor has ditched the iconic free-breathing V10 for an electrified V8. Then again, neither of those things will stop me from lusting after a Lambo. I used to have a poster with a yellow Diablo hanging in my bedroom, and that's been my favorite color for this brand of Italian exotics ever since. That's why my ideal Temerario spec wears Giallo Og, which has a richer hue than the lighter Giallo Inti Yellow. I chose classic red brake calipers and the forged diamond cut wheels that I think look way better than the lighter carbon fiber set. Since I won't be piling up miles on my Temerario, I opted for the race compound tires for max performance, and I sprung for the parking cushions, an accessory that helps preserve the tires during prolonged storage. Normally, I don't like when a car's interior color scheme matches the exterior, but yellow paint makes things complicated. I avoid a plain black cabin like the plague, so I bit the bullet and opted for the grey base color, Grigio Octans, and paired it with Giallo Taurus for contrast, then picked the inverted stitching. The Temerario's list of add-ons is pretty short, and I don't need adaptive cruise control or most other optional driver assist nannies. However, to protect my investment, I chose the parking pack that includes 12 sensors to help with tight parking situations. I sprung for the Vision Pack too, as it's essentially a PDR like you can get on a new Corvette. However, Lamborghini's racetrack videotaping and tracking system also includes augmented reality. While I don't have an exact price for my perfect Temerario, it's likely north of $350,000. Eric Stafford. Jack Fitzgerald's Arancio Xantho Temerario. Like the rest of the world, I'm still collecting my thoughts on Lamborghini's newest exotic sports car. I'm definitely going to miss the shrill from the 5.2-liter V10, but nothing about a flat plane crank twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 and a trio of electric motors pushing a combined 907 horsepower sounds boring. I'm of the mind that cars wearing the Raging Bull badge should be spec'd to draw attention. If you wanted to live life quietly, you wouldn't be buying a Lamborghini. Hence why I chose the bright orange Arancio Xantho paint and matching brake calipers. I also went hog wild with the options, blame Lambo for not posting pricing figures to keep me in check. I sprung for the whole lot of exterior carbon fiber options, including the front splitter, the rear diffuser, and the mirror housings. I also selected the carbon covers for the kicker plates on the doors and the engine cover. The base of my interior is finished in blue Delphinus. I chose to go the ad personam route, adding matching stitching and seat belts and contrasting them with the Bianco polar seat backs. I also wanted to add a touch of practicality by selecting the cargo net between the seats and the cup holder option for the dash. I'm scared to see how expensive my tab has gotten, so if the accountants at Lamborghini could please send my bill to Tony Quiroga, he can deduct it from my regular paychecks. Jack Fitzgerald.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, seen it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, seen it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that I don't think you understand what you